and where can I share that with you, and how that continues to grow as ever. So explore.
No one was telling me that it was wrong, but I knew that it was wrong. And I think
there's this sweet card from my kids and my husband saying, "We're so proud of you, Mom."
It's never just about the clothes at these shows, right? Oh no, this is an entire universe where every seat screams for attention, every single look carries a secret message, and one wrong move? Honey, that's the kind of mistake that can haunt your career forever. The lights dim, the music fades into a heartbeat, and suddenly it's silent. Everyone's watching, every eye trained like a laser. Your poise, your composure, that's everything. So imagine when that calm, perfect mask cracks.
She knew it would get coverage. Meghan Markle's Paris Fashion Week visit draws royal commentator reactions.
Right there, in front of millions. That's exactly what went down with Meghan Markle. And wait till you hear what her best friend did in that exact moment. Because no one, and I mean no one, saw this coming. Here's the thing about Paris Fashion Week. It's not your average event. Forget the red carpets where everyone's smiling and waving like it's a high school reunion. Oh no, darling, this is different. This is another planet. Perfection doesn't just exist here, it's crafted. The lights? They're designed to flatter from every angle. The music? It hums at this hypnotic, slow pulse that makes every second feel important.
Make no mistake, chums, this is a friendship hanging by.
The models. Oh, the models. They don't walk, they glide, like ghosts of silk and bone drifting through space. Not an ounce of emotion on their faces, no smiles, no waves, no hint that they even see the crowd. Every single detail, choreographed with military precision, every flicker of light, every sound, every expression, all engineered for maximum control. But here's the juicy part. The real action, it doesn't even happen on the runway. Sure, that's what the cameras love, what Instagram eats up, what TikTok loops endlessly later. But the real insiders, the ones who get it, they'll tell you the true show is happening in the front row. That's the Holy Land, the pinnacle of the fashion world's invisible hierarchy.
Now, when I saw Meghan arrive last in that gorgeous white look, escorted into audible gasps.
It's not just about fashion anymore. Oh no, it's about power. Picture this, billionaires sitting beside magazine editors who can destroy a career with one bad review, designers eyeballing each other like hawks, influencers who can shift the market with one post, and socialites whose approval can make you immortal. Every rival, every connection, every possible alliance, all there, side by side, watching, judging, measuring. Everyone in that front row wears the same stone-cold mask, pretending they're unbothered, untouchable. Because in this world, showing excitement is for amateurs, enthusiasm, that's the biggest tell of all. It screams outsider. Here, every single move counts. You shift in your seat, people notice. You glance at your phone, oh, that's a statement. Cross your legs wrong, Twitter's dissecting it before the show even ends. Even your applause has to be just right.
Your staff knew, and what the public didn't, was that Meghan had been chasing a Dior partnership for over
a little too enthusiastic, you're desperate, too soft, you're dissing the designer. And the silence, that's sacred. No whispers, no murmurs, not a sound, except for the faint music and those rhythmic clicks of high heels. Everyone's frozen in their perfect little statuesque poses, pretending to breathe art instead of air. It's this eerie, beautiful, fragile ecosystem of control. Until it wasn't. Because right in the middle of all that tense, beautiful quiet, one loud, unapologetic laugh tore through the air like a thunderclap in a church. It didn't belong there. Not in that space. It was big, messy.
Tip Squad, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Wendy, and today word on the street is that Meghan Markle just pulled the most Meghan.
Human, like someone had dropped a glass in a museum. It was sharp, jarring, real. And for a second, the illusion shattered. Everyone froze because that laugh, that burst of noise, didn't just disrupt the show, it rewrote the energy of the entire room. And the person who let it out? Yeah, that was Meghan Markle. That one laugh, that one slip, was the spark that set her whole night spiraling into chaos. She walked into that Valentino haute couture show looking flawless. Black and white ensemble, chic and powerful. Every hair in place. Her makeup was soft perfection, her energy commanding. This was Meghan in full royal glam mode, or so it seemed. She arrived with her security team trailing behind her, radiating that polished confidence she's known for. But then everyone noticed something. Prince Harry wasn't there, not in the building, not even in Paris. She'd flown in alone for one of the biggest nights in fashion.
Listen, let me tell you what really went down in Paris. Everyone thought this was Meghan Markle's big moment.
And that alone? Oh, people noticed. Officially, her team said it was just about friendship. She was there to support creative director Pierpaolo Piccioli, her dear friend and genius behind Valentino's vision. Sweet, simple story. Show up, celebrate your friend, end of narrative. Except No one was buying that. The royal watchers, the fashion critics, the online detectives, they were all like, wait a second, why this show? Why now? Why alone? It felt too deliberate, too timed, like maybe Meghan wasn't just there for a friend, maybe she was there for the headlines. Because here's the truth about fame. Disappear too long and the world forgets you. Stay silent and the spotlight moves on.
Models of today make it look effortless, and that's why your eyes are glued to them and you're just admiring their beautiful form and their beautiful fashion, and you're like, oh.
And for someone whose entire existence thrives on visibility, silence can be dangerous. So maybe, just maybe, this wasn't just a trip to Paris. It was a strategy. She needed to be seen again, to remind everyone that Meghan Markle isn't fading quietly into the background. No, she's still here, still powerful, still part of the conversation. And this was her grand return. Not just a seat at the show, a statement. This was about reclaiming relevance, proving independence, showing she didn't need Harry at her side to dominate the room. It was a calculated move. The outfit, the timing, the arrival, all perfectly orchestrated to maximize buzz. And guess what? It worked. Cameras swarmed, headlines exploded, social media went into overdrive. For a moment, Meghan Markle was the talk of Paris. Mission accomplished.
That Meghan Markle, her Balenciaga's own designer, invited herself, reached out to him.
But oh, she had no idea what was about to unfold next, because this night, this carefully planned comeback was about to go completely, gloriously off the rails. She takes her front row seat, and that's where the real drama begins. Because the front row isn't just about watching, it's about being seen. You've got billionaires, editors, designers, influencers, all pretending not to notice each other while silently competing for dominance. Meghan sits down next to Markus Anderson, and that's when the energy shifts. Now, for anyone who doesn't know Markus, here's the tea. This guy is not some casual friend. He's been in Meghan's inner circle for years. He's the connector, the one who knows everyone worth knowing.
It's a couple of days old, but I've got to ask, right? As soon as I saw Meghan Markle walking out of the Balenciaga fashion show.
Meghan Markle arrived in...
The quiet power player behind the velvet curtain. If Meghan's social world were a castle, Markus would be the architect. He's the one who opened doors, built bridges, helped her move seamlessly through elite circles. He's loyal. He's discreet. He's the friend who's always been there. So you'd think, having him right there next to her in this shark tank of fashion royalty, she'd feel at ease, right? Wrong. Something was off. From the second they sat down, it was like static electricity between them. The body language? Awkward. Markus was calm, still, focused on the runway, completely unreadable. Meghan, though, she was restless. She couldn't sit still, fidgeting, shifting, leaning in like she needed to connect, to talk, to be seen. The energy between them wasn't warm. It was tense. It was like they weren't even on the same wavelength anymore. And in a room where silence is the law, Meghan's nervous buzz was about to become the spark that set off the night's most unforgettable moment. So, there they are, Paris Fashion Week, cameras flashing, velvet ropes, glittering champagne flutes. The room hums with that cold, electric kind of silence where every glance means something. And then, boom! That moment everyone's been whispering about ever since. The model sweeps down the runway in this jaw-dropping gown that looks like liquid silver, the crowd locked in awe, and just then, Meghan leans toward Markus and oh my God, she laughs. Not a soft, polite chuckle, not one of those discreet little breaths through the nose. This was a burst, loud, echoing, completely out of place. The kind of laugh that belongs at a comedy club, not a haute couture show where silence is sacred. It hits the room like someone dropped a wine glass in the middle of a church. People glance up just for a heartbeat. That's all it takes. Eyes flicker toward her, confusion flashing across those perfect poker faces. Because this doesn't happen here. Not ever. And Markus? Oh, this is where it gets wild. He doesn't even flinch. No glance, no smile, not even a tiny smirk. He sits there, face carved in stone, eyes glued to the runway as if Meghan isn't even next to him. You can literally see the moment it hits her. That awkward jolt when you expect your friend to laugh with you and they just don't. Her face freezes. The smile dies instantly. It's like someone flipped a switch and drained the light right out of her. Everyone in that room felt it. The cameras caught everything. A blink, a quick drop of her gaze, a little fumble with her tiny clutch bag. Suddenly, the most glamorous woman in the room looks small, unsure, embarrassed. She looks down, starts fiddling with her handbag, avoiding eye contact with anyone who might have noticed. The confidence? Gone. Just like that. Because let's be honest, this man has always been loyal, always kept her secrets, protected her image. He's the one person who's supposed to have her back. So why did he ice her out like that, in public, in front of every camera on Earth? Maybe it wasn't random at all. Maybe something between them had already cracked. Maybe that cold shoulder was a message. After all, Markus isn't just Meghan's bestie. He's a power broker in the elite social scene. He's the one who gets you invited, who keeps your image spotless, who makes the calls behind the curtain. And if being tied too tightly to Meghan's drama is starting to hurt his own brand, you better believe he'd pull back, fast. Some think that was exactly what he was doing that night, creating distance. A silent, perfectly controlled, don't drag me into this moment, and honestly, it worked. The public saw it, the insiders felt it, and by the next morning, headlines were calling it the coldest shoulder in Paris. Clips were everywhere. Meghan's laugh stuns Fashion Week. Markus Anderson's icy reaction shocks viewers. The friendship fracture nobody saw coming. It was gossip gold. But beneath all that noise, something else started to surface. Because Meghan didn't just laugh. Throughout the entire show, she was whispering, leaning over, talking, trying to engage Markus while everyone else sat like marble statues. And in that world, that's a major no-no. When the lights go down, the rule is silence, utter silence. Talking during the show isn't just rude, it's seen as disrespectful. It says, I'm not here for the art, I'm here for me. And that is fashion world suicide. But Meghan kept breaking that invisible code, fidgeting, whispering, smiling too brightly. All those tiny things that to a regular audience mean nothing, but to this crowd they scream outsider. She didn't read the room, or maybe she did and just didn't care. Either way, it added fuel to the fire, because suddenly the narrative wasn't just Meghan laughed too loud. It became Meghan doesn't fit in here. And let's be real, that's the last thing she wanted. People began connecting dots. Is she trying too hard? Is this her comeback? Is Markus done protecting her? Every body movement, every glance, every flicker of emotion became part of the story. And yet, when you strip away the noise and the gossip, what you see is actually kind of sad. Because beneath all that glitz and PR polish, there's someone under incredible pressure, the kind of pressure that makes you perform even when you're exhausted. That makes you laugh too loud because silence feels unbearable. That makes you force a smile when the person beside you suddenly turns to ice. That night wasn't just about fashion. It was about control and what happens when it slips. Meghan's laugh wasn't just a sound. It was a crack in the mask. A moment where the perfectly curated image faltered, and Markus's cold reaction, that was the mirror reflecting everything she was trying to hide. For a split second, the world saw something raw, something she probably didn't want anyone to see. And now, that moment's frozen online forever. The fashion world moved on to the next show, but the internet hasn't stopped talking. Because that laugh, too loud, too real, too revealing, wasn't just about Meghan Markle. It was about what happens when fame, friendship, and facade collide in public. Everyone's got a theory, everyone's got a side, but the truth, maybe it was just one human moment in a room that doesn't forgive humanity.